Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. This is my second part of my video in which we did the interview with a Denmark doctor, Dr. Rasha. She belongs to basically Iraq, but now currently she is doing her radiology residency in the Aarhus city of Denmark. So we discussed a lot of things about the Denmark pathway for doctors. Especially we discussed a lot about the language and whether it is doable or not. The session was continued due to technical issues. I could not record the last part of the session. As you know, I discussed the things with her, so I know what she told me. So on the behalf of her, I would be telling you about the remaining session. I would tell you about the information what she told me in that session on behalf of her. So according to her, the entry to residency here in Denmark totally depend on someone's personal profile. As you know, in the last question, my question was how to enter in the residency in Denmark. So she told me that it totally depends on someone's personal profile. Like if you are a fresh graduate and you started learning language here and then you will do internship, then you can be entered in the residency as other doctor here enters. But there is no entry test like in our countries, but there is some merit criteria which you have to achieve as per your efforts. It means that although like in our country we have entry exam part 1 for the entry of FCPS, but in Denmark there is no such type of exam. Yes, but there is some criteria, merit, like some points for research, some points for your clinical rotations and your other activities. So these points count. On the base of that merit, you applied in different universities or hospitals for residency, and then you look for your future. Secondly, those who have already done their specialization like FCPS, MCPS or MRCP, even they have to first evaluate their qualification from DPSA, and then DPSA will decide for them. For example, she quoted some cases like there was a gynecologist, she was asked by DPSA to do 2-year residency extra and then she can start as a consultant. Similarly, some other doctor had done surgery specialization and he was consultant back in his country and he was asked only to do 6 month additional training or practice and then he became consultant. It totally depends case to case on your personal profile. Your specialization and practice will not be lost. It will give you something and you will be polished. One best thing is that from your internship, like after clearing your medical exam in Dansk, you will start earning. So when you start earning as a doctor, you can say that the career is started. This was my last question and I asked her in detail whether that the internship we do after clearing language and medical exam, is it paid? She said, and she mentioned that it is paid because no one can survive without money, so it is paid. So if you are thinking about residency here, you can better plan now. So this was all about starting a career as a doctor in Denmark. Here I would also like to add some other information which I have gained from another doctor, which is very good for you. That he said that the easiest pathway for foreign doctors would be to learn a decent level of Danish and then get involved in the clinical practice. There are much better chances in minor hospitals in Denmark where many doctors don't want to work. Clinical work has good nationwide salaries, and if you already have considerable clinical experience, it's much better and easier for you. The biggest obstacle is Danish language. Both patients and employers and the Danish Patient Safety Authority itself tend to be quite harsh on this, and in my opinion, merely passing the PD3 exam does not prepare to have a satisfactory command of the language. There are many articles in the newspaper where foreign doctors are criticized for making mistakes due to poor language skills. It is important to delve into Danish language and culture, and it will slowly come. It takes time, but it is certainly feasible. I also discussed with him that as a foreign doctor in Denmark, whether the research is good for a doctor or a clinical field is better for a doctor. So he told me that there are some specialties for which thesis or PhD is must. But it is not a formal requirement, but nobody without a PhD gets a training position nowadays. So that's why many people involved in research. Clinical research positions are often difficult to obtain if one does not already have a network in Denmark or extensive experience in a certain research field. Furthermore, competition is fierce. There are still limitations due to language requirements. So all in all, he suggested me best chances are within clinical medicine, starting probably from minor regional hospitals, and then once you have accumulated some experience in Denmark, it is easier to get involved in the bigger cities. He is one of the senior researcher in Denmark. I would try to contact some other doctors and compile data from them and if they are available for any meeting like interview, we will definitely do it. So from all these discussions, so it is concluded that language is a challenge and multiculturalism is not as widespread, and one should consider Denmark in view of the quality of life and appreciation of their lifestyle and so on. So all this from Dr. Rasha and this my senior researcher, it is concluded that language is very much for you. When you come to Denmark as a doctor, you have to do language, and only then you can see your future here as a doctor. And from my personal experience, it is totally right, because this is my personal opinion that language is only thing through which you can become a good doctor. Because when you want to treat a patient, of course you have to show sympathy with him, but how would you show sympathy with him without talking him in his language? Believe me, I have my personal experience. I did clinical practice in one of the province of Pakistan, and it was not my language there, but I feel very deficient in myself that I could not heal the patients with my words. It was very difficult for me, although there was assistant for all the doctors in the hospital. Those assistants conveyed the message to the patients, and they conveyed the patient's condition to me. But still, it was very uncomfortable for me to convey my sympathy, my words to my patient to heal them. So all is the thing that language is everything, and you can do it. As from all the doctors' experience, it is not so much difficult. And let's hope for the best. And to be honest, I cannot understand that how can you become a good doctor, best in your career without knowing the language of the patient, because you are only best if you are best for your patient. You cannot become a best doctor until your patient gives you this certificate. So the language is first thing here if you want to become a best doctor here. You will also see a lot of videos about language soon, inshallah. So keep watching my channel. Take care. Allah Hafiz.